My story is entitled High School Drama. And before I get into the crux of the story itself, I need to explain a few things. So in high school, I had a couple of best friends. The way that I typically live my life is I have a large circle of friends, but only a very few number of close friends who I share everything with. And it was no different in high school. I had two people who I considered my very best friends. And as chance would have it, the way that we met, both of these best friends and myself, was through drama. I mean, I loved acting. I still do. That's why I'm a storyteller now. And we met through drama, and we hit it off right away because most theater people do. And we quickly realized that there was a bond that was going to be forming between the three of us. But taking it a step back even further, I have a friend named Kyle. He's one of the three I'm referencing. He was my best friend from middle school on. So we get to high school. I convinced Kyle to go ahead and join the junior class play. We were doing Anne Frank. He auditions. He gets the role of Peter, which is a huge role. He does an amazing job. And while we're working on this play, we become very close with a girl named Natalie. Now, we had a pact never to let a girl get in between of our friendship. Well, it started with both of us having little crushes on Natalie. But it quickly escalated into both of us vying to see which one was going to get to date this girl, and ended up with us becoming a trio of best friends. But as anyone knows from any kind of high school drama or any kind of drama on television, those friendships usually end up evolving into something more. And as chance would have it, one day at Burger King, Kyle asked Natalie out, and I was the third wheel. I thought at that point I was going to kind of separate, go my own way, but they really were attached to me as their best friend. So I stuck around. I would give them their privacy when they needed it, but otherwise I was the third wheel, and I was fine with it. And I was glad to be there for them. I was there through their highs and through their lows, which included a really rocky and dramatic breakup. I mean, how else are theater people going to break up? But it's going to be drama. So that's where my story comes in. So they'd broken up. And when they broke up, Kyle, being my older best friend, said, all right, you're my best friend. You were my best friend first. You leave her. You come help me. Well, you know, I was best friends with both of them, so I wanted to help both of them out. And I did my best trying to navigate those waters. But I was pretty unsuccessful. Natalie was really chill about it, but Kyle was very demanding. So he decided that he was going to start spreading some rumors. And he was spreading rumors about how Natalie and I were dating, about how Natalie was this, Natalie was that, Kyle's this, Kyle's that. So it all escalated one day when we had rehearsal for Les Mis, the musical we were in. And Natalie and I got to rehearsal early. We were going to do some stretching and get ready. And we go into the dressing room, and who should we see but Kyle? Now, the minute he sees us, he runs out of the room. So I'm thinking, okay, it's not going to be a confrontation, then we'll be able to deal with this. But as I go into the auditorium to kind of scope out to see if anybody else is there, I all of a sudden hear fighting and screaming. And I run back to the dressing room, and I can see through the reflection in the mirror, Natalie and Kyle face to face. And I mean face to face. And all of a sudden, I don't know what was said, but Natalie slaps Kyle. I mean, it made a great sound. Next thing I know, Kyle spits in Natalie's face. Yeah, so now I'm ready to tackle Kyle because that's low blow. You don't spit in somebody's face. So before I even have a chance to move, though, Natalie balls up her fists and pops him one right in the nose. And blood starts streaming down his face. Well, he cussed Natalie out. As I went over and spread both of them and separated them, he cussed me out. Eventually, we calmed down, a little bit more yelling, but eventually we were all able to go our separate ways. And it was that day that I really did lose a best friend. That ended up bringing Natalie and I closer. I ended up gaining a girlfriend who would then break my heart and lead me to Benjamin, so can't go wrong there. maybe a little wrong.